So it's coming up to that time again. The transfer window is just around the corner, with the football teams nearly entering the Christmas period. I mean, it's only, what now, just over a week away until Christmas at the time of recording this video. And I mean, it's pretty much the most important time to discuss transfer rumours / which players should sign for what team. Well, today we are doing more Wrexham content with 5 players that I think that Wrexham should go in for January. I mean, hopefully these are reasonable targets for the more appropriate reasons. I mean, it's more just a case of, I've gone for reasonable targets. I don't want to be like, well, Ryan and Rob should throw money at X, Y and Z for no reason at all, to be honest. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe and tap that bell for more notifications for as and when I do upload. And hopefully you guys are enjoying these types of videos. But for now, here is 5 players that I think that Wrexham should go for in the January transfer window. So the first player going into this who should Wrexham sign transfer video is a controversial one, but his contract also does expire at the end of the season. So essentially, Wrexham could actually come in and get this Football League player on a cut price deal. It's none other than Tranmere Rovers striker Elliot Nevitt. Now, Elliot Nevitt, obviously profoundly signed to Tranmere from Warrington Rylands, is in his 2nd season in professional football. Now, in my eyes, looking into this deeper, he's a like-for-like replacement for Paul Mullen. I mean, the work rate, the running, the countless running, you know, if changes need to be made, in my opinion, you know, Elliot Nevitt could be a bench player for Wrexham, coming off the bench to replace Paul Mullen, and you've got a like-for-like striker there. Or in the less critical fixtures, like your FA trophies, like playing against bottom of the league, if, you know, Wrexham are running riot with the league, to give Paul Mullen that rest, Elliot Nevitt is the man for sure. Now, for me, the only negative thing about Elliot Nevitt, is the fact that he's only scored 4 league goals this season for Tranmere Rovers. But providing that he gets the service needed from the likes of Elliot Lee, you've got Anthony Ford, Jacob Mendy when he's back playing again, you know, obviously at the point as well, you'd have Luke Young like popping the balls in. You know, Andy Cannon when he starts playing as well. There's players there all around that Elliot Nevitt can link up with, and I've missed one as well in Ollie Palmer. You know, should he be able to get the service, he knows where the back of the net is for sure. So the first player that I'm going with is Elliot Nevitt. Now let me know what you think about this transfer. You know, should Elliot Nevitt go to Wrexham in the January transfer window from Tranmere Rovers? If so as well, what would be the fee that you'd pay to see Elliot Nevitt join Wrexham? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for now, let's move on to transfer number 2 and who should Wrexham sign in the January transfer window. So moving on into the second transfer, and the second player who I'd go for in the January transfer window is none other than Rhys Grego-Cox from Woking. Another 26-year-old player. He's a winger, but he's got 9 league goals this season. And to be honest, he'd also give Phil Parkinson the chance to change into a 4-3-3 or a formation, whether it was a 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1, a formation that required wingers, which in my eyes as well, there has been games in this season where Wrexham fans and Wrexham in general just have been calling out for a 4-3-3, and in my eyes, the team at the moment are so one-dimensional in terms of how they set up. They can only set up at a 5 at the back or a 3 at the back or whatever you want to call it, with the wing backs, 3 centre halves. You know, it is what it is on that one. But to change it up and to give teams a less strategic plan, Rhys Grego-Cox is another one with a huge work rate in my eyes. He knows the National League. He's won from Barnet to Woking, banged the goals in for Woking. You know, Woking are not a bad side at all. Bang them in. It'd be a huge contribution in regards to the promotion chase for Wrexham to get promoted into League 2, in my opinion. Also, with that formation change, once again, just to note it's something that's needed. It's something that's, you know, I say Wrexham crying out for this in games, and providing a winger or 2 were to come in, it would allow Phil Parkinson to change this system up majorly. You know, look at the midfield 3 that Wrexham could have. You know, you'd have Luke Young, Andy Cannon, Tom O'Connor. You know, James Jones could even play in that 3. Elliot Lee, if you want to play an attacking 4-3-3. You know, Jordan Davis, when he's back from injury as well, could easily slot in there as well. So there's lots of options, and it'd be a huge boost if this transfer was to go through. Now let me know what you'd rate this signing out of 10 if Reece Grego-Cox was to end up coming to Wrexham. But for now, let's move on into a controversial one, but it's logical at the same time, which is the third player that I think that Wrexham should go for in the January transfer window. So the controversial one, which is the one I'm talking about, the third player I think Wrexham should go for. Now, I mentioned this in the summer because he's a free agent, and he's still a free agent now. It's Reece Bennett, who's a 31-year-old defender now. Don't get me wrong. You're probably saying, Jebbo, he's not played half the season. Why? Well, because he played last season for the first half of the season at Gillingham, making 17 league appearances, and then went to Morecambe for the second half of the season, making 13 league appearances in League One. Now, financially, wages-wise, it's probably not going to be brilliant in terms of how much you want to pay him a week. But logically, he's a free agent. It's costing you nothing but his wages. Now, it's not a bad show financially at all. You know, he's also played with Aaron Hayden at Carlisle United, so that centre-back partnership is always going to be there. I mean, Aaron Hayden and Reece Bennett, when they were at Carlisle, the Carlisle fans highly rated the pair. You know, it was Reece Bennett's best goal scorer in the season, I believe, as well, playing at the back with Aaron Hayden. And I believe the Carlisle did just finish outside the playoffs that season as well. So someone who knows the Football League can bring experience to that back line, along with Ben Tozer, Jordan Tunnicliffe, you know, Aaron Hayden, Harry Lennon as well. And I believe as well, to throw in money to centre-half, it's just not needed. So to get a free agent signing, only 31 years of age, you know, he probably is going towards the end of his career. But he's played for like Peterborough, Mansfield, Carlisle, Gillingham, Morecambe, you know, Football League established sides. So in my eyes, if he was to drop down to the National League, would not be a bad shout considering the project. Now let me know what you think of this signing, because I know people are after defenders for rotational purposes, but I think to throw money at a defender is just not needed considering the quality of the defenders that Wrexham have and the depth of the defenders that Wrexham have as well, and Harry Lennon, Jordan Tunnicliffe, Ben Tozer, Aaron Hayden, Max Cleworth as well. I've not even mentioned him in this video, but yeah, Max Cleworth being there as well. And I think to add an extra one, being a free agent signing, it can't go amiss. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. But let's move on into the fourth player that I think that Wrexham should sign in this January transfer window. So moving on into the fourth player that I believe Wrexham should sign in the January transfer window. And it's none other than James Clarke from Solihull Moors. The 22-year-old right-back is one for the future, theoretically, because he's playing frequently at the National League, well, at the level of the National League, playing 2 seasons for Solihull Moors, playing 30 league games last season, scoring 2 goals, and he's played 20 league games so far this season. Now, reason why I say it's one for the future, and the reason why I've gone for him as well, is because Bryce Osana and Reece Johnson either are injured or they can't stay fit, or there's something always going on with the pair of them being out at the same time. So that defensive cover as well, and someone who can learn that wing-back position from Anthony Ford, who's very experienced as well, would just be James Clarke. You know, learn the trade, as they say, improve on that, and he'll be a starter in no time. Now, he has featured 20 times in the league this season for Solihull Moors. And to be honest, with the right development, I do believe he can be a long-term starter as well. As I say, you know, it would lead me to make on the decision based on Bryce Osana and Reece Johnson, but with him being a right-back as well, to learn that wing-back trade, but to also be able to transition into a quarterback formation. It's just another thing that would be key for me to, you know, have this signing of James Clarke as well. So yeah, let me know what you think about that one in the comment section down below. I do believe he played in the playoff final last season as well, so, you know, someone with National League experience is something that Wrexham do need on their boost into promotion. I do think that this will be a huge boost if Wrexham were to go for this signing and entertain the signing of 22-year-old right back in James Clarke. But yeah, moving on into the fifth player I think that Wrexham should go for, but it's another controversial one. Who is it? Stay tuned and find out. So moving on into the final player I believe that Wrexham should go for, and it's the former Wrexham player himself in Callum Powell. Now he's 26 years of age, so he's obviously developed a lot since he was last at Wrexham. He certainly knows the club, the fans, what it takes to wear that Wrexham shirt. But believe me, he's in form for Southend United this season, and informed players is what Wrexham exactly need to get the boost for promotion, to win that National League and get promotion to League 2. Now another winger as well who can boost that option for Phil Parkinson to change into a 4-3-3 or anything that requires wingers. You know, he scored 7 league goals in 18 league appearances for Southend United this season. So whether it's the right option or not, if Wrexham were to sign him, would be another player who would give a huge boost on that promotion push. Now, what do you think of this signing? Obviously, Wrexham fans, would you take Callum Powell? Would you take him back? Or was the first time, was he that abysmal the first time around that you wouldn't give him a second chance to pull on that red and white shirt at the racecourse ground? So it just spells a lot for me. You know, wingers, defenders, and attacking backup options is just something that Wrexham need in general. So yeah, that kind of wraps it up to me. But just want to say one last thing before concluding the end of this video. And the last thing that I just want to say, concluding into the end of this video, is just want to say a massive thank you to you guys for watching. Thank you to you guys for supporting the videos, the channel, and everything like that. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and tap that bell for more notifications for as and when to upload. Which players would you like to see Wrexham sign in January? Because this window in general is pivotal to Wrexham's season. Now, believe me when I say this, Notts County had the summer window advantage over Wrexham. Wrexham signed the more high-profile players, but Notts County had the window overall because the players they signed in Langstaff, Chedwin Scott and co. just seemed to overrule going into this video, in my opinion. So Notts County have won that summer window with the signings they made from the National League North. But can Wrexham win the January transfer window and win the league, get promotion to League 2 like the fans deserve? Once again, guys, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below who you would sign in January. But until next time, guys, I shall see you on another video.